All right, so I don't know how good the audio is gonna be because this hoodie is extremely thick, so I wasn't able to put the mic on the hoodie, so I had to put it inside, like over here on my actual shirt. But upper A today, we're taking this insane pre right here. I took it last time for the density day and it was pretty solid. It actually tasted really good. I would mix it with the water if I had some type of like funneling system here where it would not drop all over my car. But unfortunately, I do not. So we're just gonna take it dry scooped. Today's gonna be pretty fun. It's just the typical upper A day. So arms first, obviously. What's next, dude? Like incline bench, something like that. Dude, I low-key forgot my upper A days. But yeah, regardless, should be fun. I didn't have like as much as a pre-workout meal this time. I just had my breakfast, which was ice cream and a few crackers for sodium and stuff like that. And that's really all I have in my system right now. So, I mean, it should be fine though. One thing that I'm doing, at least for the first, because obviously there's upper A. When I do the videos, I put upper A and then a number next to it, which is the amount of that specific session that I've had so far. So this is upper A and then in parentheses 1. And then next time I hit upper A would be upper A and in parentheses 2 and so on and so forth. For the first time that I come back to these sessions, I'm not going to record like every single, I'm not going to note down like how many reps I did and the weight I did, because at this point I'm like sort of like at my weakest. So what will really be the sort of the little mark to go from would be like after 2 or 3 sessions, because I'm going to progress in strength very, very rapidly, so it makes no sense to track it. Like for example, let's say I come today and I do incline bench, I do a plate on each side, it felt extremely heavy, let's say I only did that for 6 reps. By next session, like 2 or 3 sessions after that, I'm going to be able to do a plate in a 25 for the same amount of reps, if not more. Like that's just how the human body works when it comes to like regaining strength again. Like you don't just like lose it and take forever to come back. Like already within a month you should be where you were at previously if the progress that was made was actually like good. If you made good progress, then literally like it should take no time to catch up to where you were. So that's like one thing that I didn't do on the density day. Like I didn't record anything, no settings, no nothing. I just did the workout raw, and it's gonna be like that until my next upper session or my next density day. And even then, the strength is still gonna be progressing very, very rapidly. Like again, I said 2 or 3 sessions, but realistically it's gonna take me like more or less a month, and then I could start like rigorously like tracking the sets and tracking the reps and all that. Because at that point, that's where we kind of like hit a wall where now you're actually like surpassing where you were before. Like you're getting, like I have to get back to where I was and then like go based off of that. So that's the whole game plan here. And obviously keeping the reps with all the same tempo. I used to have different tempos for different exercises. Obviously I still change it up on the fly. Like if it just feels better when I pause at the bottom, or if I'm able to generate a lot more strength like that and I feel it more, like I don't know. I'm keeping more or less the same tempo for every single exercise. I'm not going to change it up just because it gets a bit like confusing. Or for some exercise, I just use certain cues. Like for the squat, just a tiny little pause at the bottom. Like that's really it. A really like loaded eccentric. The reason I do like really loaded eccentrics on my squats is because it helps me keep like the form. And it helps me put a lot more tension on my quads, and that's why I like I always do the eccentric, like super dramatic. But yeah, dude, upper one. Let's take this pre and then let's get in there. Okay, so first exercise, standing dumbbell curls. I was gonna do a cable variation just because I'm very, very strict with my programming. So, I mean, most people, like if a machine is taken or if something's taken, they just do a similar exercise. I don't like doing that. I like doing the exact same exercise every single time, just because it's easier to like track progress like that. And the thing is, I mean, if you go to a public gym, you know how scarce dumbbells are. So I try to stray away from dumbbell exercises just because there may be a day where literally every single dumbbell that I need is taken. So, but I think if I come at hours that, you know, there aren't that many people, I don't think it should be an issue. But yeah, I warmed up, felt great. Surprisingly, I think I'm pretty sure I could do 40s today, which is actually kind of insane. The goal is to get it for, this is gonna be a stretch, but 8 reps. It's gonna be a stretch. I don't even know if I could do this for 5 right now, but I'm willing to take the risk, and I'm gonna be listening to Five Nights at Freddy's fan songs while doing this. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna put this at full blast. Holy crap. Oh yeah. That was actually pretty decent. For my first time back on this movement, I don't even know how many reps that was for each arm. I know it was probably 5 or less. Yeah, probably 5 or less. But considering how controlled I did it and everything, that was honestly really, really good. Probably go back down to the 30s. That set was a bit iffy. I had to like stop because the camera wasn't tracking me, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Now on to, I don't know if to do cable hammer curls or what. I don't know. So next I decided to not do dumbbell hammer curls. I'm actually gonna do them. I wanted to try it out with the cuffs on the wrist straps. I wanted to do it like single arm on a machine. And I think this is by far the best like hammer curls I've felt. Because I would do them with the rope. The rope also felt really good. It's just that once you start getting to like really heavy numbers, it starts to like hurt your hand because the thing is just like smushing down. It's like same thing with tricep push downs. That's why I don't do them with the rope, because it literally just like it hurts. Like once you like, it's not even that your triceps are giving out, it's just that your hands hurt on top of, you know, having to concentrate on the actual exercise. So it just takes away from it. So doing 32.5 here. I've always been relatively weak with hammer curls, which makes sense. I never really like hammered them in there. So yeah, I think this should be a good working weight, at least for now. I'm gonna start with my right arm because it's smaller. Yeah. Oof. One thing I wanted to talk about was like a cue that really helps me for some reason is so I've been really into the whole counter force thing lately, and I use it for the main movement I use it for is leg extensions. So I like drive my hamstrings into the pad while I go up, and that puts a lot more tension on the muscle. And it's sort of the same thing with other exercises where, I mean, I literally just tested it out. So when I'm doing the hammer curls, I'm thinking about driving myself into the ground instead of just trying to get the weight up. And that, like, not only does it put so much tension on the target muscle, but it actually allows me to use a lot more force. So I'm actually stronger. Same thing with the bicep curls earlier. I'm like literally almost like, I'm thinking of driving myself into the ground. And then again, same thing with, so let's say lat pull downs or any type of lat movement that comes from above. You're thinking of not just getting the weight down, but pulling yourself up, like as if you were actually doing a pull up, or, you know, just trying to get yourself up there. It's like, you can apply that to every single movement. Same thing with, again, incline bench or any type of pressing movement. You would think of driving yourself like, you're not thinking of driving the weight down. You're thinking of like driving yourself like through the floor, basically. Like, let's say I'm doing a bench. I'm gonna think of like literally driving myself into the bench instead of just trying to get the weight up. And that just, it's literally a game changer, which I completely forgot about that. But dude, it's absolutely amazing. So it feels so much better. And you're able to be like a lot stronger in some movements. Because sometimes more tension on the muscle does mean that you might get a bit weaker, obviously, because you're actually using the target muscle. But yeah, that's all. For this second set, I'm gonna keep the weight exactly the same. So, poof. Okay, so usually, well, not usually. I used to do this with I used to have these the little Vulcan rope extension thing. It's still in my bag, but honestly, that's a bit too unstable. I just tried this attachment right here, and the tricep activation was insane. Obviously, because it hits my tricep so well, I'm not able to do that much weight, so I'm only doing 62 pounds right here, 62.5. What I really like about this is that a cue for tricep extensions that I use is trying to like bend the bar in half as I go down, like sort of like trying to break it. And because it's a V shape, it allows me to do that very, very easily. If it were a straight bar or a W bar would be better, but it still gets like a bit like you can still use it, but it's not gonna feel as good as this because it almost does it by default. So literally all I have to do is put a tiny bit of pressure where like my index finger is, like that, put a bit more of the, shift more of the weight there as I get to the bottom, and then dude, phenomenal, actually phenomenal. It felt hard, my tricep, especially the long head, dude. Like I don't even have to do that whole thing I used to do with where I turn into like a mini pullover. Obviously I could still do that if I want a bit more tricep activation, but this itself already hits the tricep like overall extremely well. I was gonna do another exercise for triceps, but honestly I think I might just do like 3 sets of this or something like that. I don't think there's a need to do anything besides this today, because on my upper B's, I think that's where I have my tricep pressing movement. So like a JM press or closed grip press and overhead. So that I could split into 2, but for today, I think I'm gonna just keep it with this. So, let's get to it. Oh, these ads. Ooh, come on. Boop. Yeah. Honestly, don't even know how much that was. It felt extremely easy in the beginning, and then it just got unreasonably hard towards the end. So I mean, as expected, I think by next session, this should be like really, really easy. By next upper A session, so I'm not tripping about it too much. Okay, so incline bench, warmed up. A plate in a 25 felt pretty heavy, but honestly I feel like going pretty heavy today. I don't feel like selling myself short. If I overshoot it, oh well. Again, my strength adapts very, very quickly, so even if I don't get that many reps right now, it's honestly not that big of a deal. Literally next time I'll progress by like 2 or 3 reps guaranteed. So there's that. But same thing here, using counter force, same thing I explained earlier. And what else? Oh yeah, I'm cueing, I'm sort of like bending the bar, just how I was bending the bar like this way with push downs. I'm bending the bar kind of the opposite way, like I'm going like this, sort of. That's what I'm trying to do here, and it feels like I'm actually converging a bit more. So I feel my chest activate a lot more like that. I don't know why. It was just something I just learned on the fly right now. So a plate of 25 and a 5 should be more than enough. I highly doubt. You know what? Let's not say that. I was gonna say I highly doubt I'm gonna get 5 reps. You know what? I'm gonna get 6 right now. I'm gonna get 6. You know what? No, because I'm always like, oh, I think I'm gonna only get this for like 3 to 4 reps. No, we're not gonna have that mentality right now. Right now, I'm gonna move this weight whether I die or not. Whether I die or not, what am I saying? I'm losing my mind at this point. Screw it, bro. We're gonna move this weight even if it kills us. Okay? Come on. You won't fail. Come on. You won't fail. Come on. Come on. Move. 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 Oh, dude, that was like what, 4 reps? That was pretty hard. I did let my elbows flare a little bit, but that's something we could clean up for next time. But if I didn't have the mentality of getting 6 reps, I would have fallen short, guaranteed, like a rep or 2. Like, that's the thing about like hyping yourself up before a set actually freaking works. Like, there's like weights that I'm like, damn, I'm not even gonna be able to get like 3 or 4 reps of these. And once I start like hyping myself up and stuff like that, I gain like an easy 2 to 3 reps. It's happened before, and it's the difference is noticeable between when I don't hype myself up and when I do hype myself up. When I don't, I always fall exactly in the number that I thought I would. So, you know, hype yourself up before your sets, guys. It works. Move. See if I can get you up. There we go. Okay, so wrapping up the chest portion of the workout. Right now doing chest flies on the pec deck. I used to do them alternating, but I think I'm gonna just do it with both arms. Because I feel like there's not really much imbalance going on. Like, I still need to put on a lot more muscle before I can start focusing on imbalances. Unless I detect it early on, then okay. For example, my arms, like I know for a fact my right arm is smaller than my left, but my right arm is stronger. Like that's something, you know, that I can start fixing now so it doesn't become an issue later on. But with chest, there's not really any significant sort of, I don't even know how to explain it. There's nothing significant going on there, no significant imbalance for me to be doing alternating arms. So we're gonna do in both arms, and now we're switching back to that. Warmed up, everything felt pretty heavy. I'm feeling a bit lightheaded, just a teeny tiny bit, but this should be good. This should be good. And I still got side delts and the whole back portion of the workout. Oh my gosh. One thing I want to point out for this session is, I mean, if you notice, a lot of my sets are really low reps. Obviously, part of it is because I don't know where my strength levels are at. So I'm going based off of where I was previously, which was obviously stronger than what I am now. So I'm kind of, I wouldn't say I'm slightly overshooting everything, but that's because I know by next session, those numbers will be easy. Especially if I start doing them now. Like there's no reason to go extremely light. I mean, I'm not strong enough to the point where I do weight that could injure myself, so I might as well just do the weight I was doing before and then slowly adapt to it and then get back to where I was at quicker. But another thing is, like, these reps that I'm doing, like even if it's only 3 or 4 or 5, which is the majority of the rep range that I've been doing this whole workout, I'm still doing it in a way that it actually stimulates hypertrophy. So those reps are literally, it's the same shit as the same stuff that science-based lifters talk about, where the last like 3 reps or 4 are really what count. You know, once your muscle starts like actually like failing and stuff, like that's when your muscles start to, you know, reach hypertrophy. That's kind of what's happening now. So those 3 or 4 reps that I'm doing are all like they're recruiting the maximum amount of like, dude, my brain is fried. What's it called? Motor unit recruitment, maximum motor unit recruitment. That's what's happening with the few reps that I'm doing. Like every single rep is so hard that it recruits the type 2, is it type 2 muscle fibers? Whatever muscle fibers are responsible for really heavy weight, which are, you know, the really big ones and the ones that are harder to like, you know, stimulate, those are being stimulated every single rep. So at the end of the day, it's as if I were doing 6 to 7 reps or 6 to 8 reps, because at the end of the day, the ones that are actually going to contribute to a lot of my type 2 muscle fibers being activated are the ones in the back end of the rep range. So it's still effective. As long as I'm not overcompensating with anything, as long as my form is correct, even if I get low reps right now, it's completely fine. Obviously later on, once my strength goes back to normal, I'll try not to go like too much into the low rep ranges. Like I actually want to master the weight at that point. But for now, I mean, this is completely fine, especially after my muscles not being worked out for 2 weeks. At this point, anything's getting stimulated. So yeah, second set and then straight onto side delts. That was weird. Literally the 2 first reps were fine, and then like my muscle just gave out on the 3rd rep. We'll leave it there for now. We'll leave it there. Okay, so this is going to be extremely interesting. So I have a friend that I met at the Controlled Insanity event. His name is Austin, but we call him Shoom. So this guy, I like saw one of his reels, and he was doing, I always didn't like this lateral raise machine, because when I did it single arm, it would like pull me in one direction, and I had to like sort of like counteract the force. Like it was really weird. But in his reel, I saw that he, instead of sitting on it normally, whatever side he was like doing, he would sit completely on that side like this. And I was like, hold on, he might be onto something. So I just tried it, and the issue that I had is not an issue anymore. So just like that, this movement felt great. First set here, I'm gonna go really freaking heavy. Lateral raise is one of those movements where I've noticed the most progress when I just go insanely heavy. It's like with arms. With arms, the only times I saw like insane amounts of progress is when I went like literally extremely heavy. Like there was a time where I didn't go past 6 reps for arms, and that's the time that my arms actually grew the most. Like I literally had like red stretch marks and everything. Same thing with shoulders. I remember there was this time, it was around the time I watched a lot of Sam Sulek, and I would just try to get as many reps as possible. Like that was a time where I would like hardcore lift. Like I would just like complete meathead, freaking nothing about tempo, no form, just yank the weight. Which obviously, like when it comes to forming all that and like all the technical stuff, intensity over everything. I'm not gonna lie, intensity over everything. As technical as I got with side delts, the time I noticed the most growth is when I just went crazy and just yanked as much weight as as my side delts could handle. That's the time I actually grew the most. The intensity at that time was insane. I would literally just like, I did it on cable. I used to do it on the cable, and I would just freaking yank it. I don't care if traps were getting involved. I didn't care about none of that. I was just yanking it. So that's what I'm gonna do here. This is gonna be similar to arms, where I'm gonna do, instead of 2 sets, I'm probably gonna do 3, just because I want my side delts to actually grow. So yeah, let's get it. That was nice. All right, so onto the back portion of the workout. We're gonna do lat pull downs. This is a dual pulley system, and it feels a bit weird because it's a lot heavier at the shorten. When the muscles shorten, so at the bottom portion of the movement, this would be, yeah, the bottom portion. So the resistance profile is a bit wonky, but the other lat pull downs were taken. There's one that's free right in front of me, but honestly, I'm too lazy to go do that. So I'm just gonna do this. Doing 180 pounds. I did want to go up to 200, but I don't think I could do 200 today. Not today. Probably by like, I won't say next session, maybe in 2 sessions. In 2 sessions, I should be back at 200, because that was like the base weight I was doing when I stopped going to the gym. So we should be back there pretty soon. I think the goal is, I managed to get to 220 for like 4 reps, something like that. I definitely want to get into like 230s, 240s. That's like the main goal within, this might be a stretch, but I think I could do it. If I manage to get back to 220s in a month, then I'm pretty sure I could hit whatever goal I'm trying to hit by 3 to 4 months. Like by 3 to 4 months, the majority of the goals that I set for myself should be hit. Like obviously they're long-term goals. Obviously those numbers are gonna be way higher. Like obviously, like for example, the full stack, I mean, come on, which I predict I could do the full stack in less than a year. So like 6 months, I should be able to do a full stack for reps, at least 4, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, let's get this set, man. You know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit because I just did a rep, but I'm doing 210. I'm doing 210, yeah. So 210, here we go. This should be good. So, oh, come on. Fucking work, come on. Come on. Sweat, come on. Nope. That was all right. Pretty sure I was only like 3 reps, but I wanted to try it out. Why not? I'm gonna end the workout here because now that I think about it, after this I had one more exercise left, which was a mid-back exercise. But because I had my quote-unquote density day only one day ago, like one night ago, not one night ago, one sleep. What does Jordan Peters say? He doesn't say I hit something 2 days ago. He says 2 sleeps. Like he goes by when he slept. I don't freaking know. Whatever. My brain is fried. Point is, I don't think there's really a point in doing it. I'm probably gonna add it my next upper A, because again, this is my first upper A back. So, and I do work overnight today. So I don't know if I want to push myself that hard because I'm already like, I'm pretty exhausted. I've been exhausted since pec deck. Since pec deck, like my energy has been completely drained, which is probably why I performed so poorly. But I don't think there's a need to push myself, especially since my back is still sore from, the only thing that wasn't sore was lats, which obviously I just did. But for example, my upper back and like sort of like my mid back-ish is still kind of sore because I hit it pretty well on density day. So it's eventually gonna get added. Like the mid back exercise is gonna be there depending on how I feel. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Like if I feel good and I feel like I could do that extra exercise, I'll go ahead and do it. But on the days, let's say that I'm like really exhausted, really tired, and I don't want to fatigue myself further, I'm probably gonna I could afford to skip out on that exercise because I only have one lat exercise for my density days, and I have like 2 exercises that focus on every other back musculature. So it's already, my entire back is already getting pretty good stimulus. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna go home, get some electrolytes in my system like now, and that's it, yeah.